Hey everyone, Professor Hank here. Good to be back here with you today. And in this video, we're going to take a look at range checking in Python. And range checking is a really useful way to do input validation or to control logic in your programs. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to check to see if a value falls within a specific range using clean and readable code. So let's jump right in. So what is range checking? Range checking is when you want to make sure that a particular value is within two limits. For example, you might be checking to see if someone's age is between 18 and 65, or you want to see if a number is from 1 through 100, say. So it's useful for input validation, conditional logic, loop control, game logic. So let's take a look at a simple example. So let us say that I've got a variable, which I'll call number, and I'll assign 7 to it. And then I'm going to use if statements to make this happen and logical operators. So I might say something like, well, if the number is greater than or equal to 1 and the number is less than or equal to 10. If that's the case, then I will simply print out the number is within range. Otherwise, we're going to have an else here. I'll simply print the number is out of range. So if I run this, you're going to see the number is within range. Why? Because 7 is both greater than or equal to 1 and 7 is less than or equal to 10. So we're going to use the logical AND operator here to combine these two conditions for checking if something is greater than or equal to 1 and then checking if a number is less than or equal to 10. So in order for numbers within range to execute, both those conditions must be true. So next I want to show you how we can clean this up a little bit by using what's called a chained comparison. And this is something that's a little bit more familiar to you if from your math classes. It's a little, maybe even a little bit more natural. So I can rewrite this. Instead of saying if number greater than or equal to 1 and number less than or equal to 10, I can do something like this. I can say, well, if 1 is less than or equal to the number, which is less than or equal to 10, then I'll print that the number is within range. So this is something you can do in Python, and it's easier to read, and it's going to work the exact same way. So you're going to see number is within range. Now, of course, if I had assigned to number, say 12, and I ran that, then we're going to see numbers out of range, and we're not going to see anything for this second if statement, for this chained comparison, because 12 is not less than or equal to 10. So the number is not in range. And of course, we could have an else here as well, and we could say the number is out of range. It might be a little bit easier to see that. So if I run that, then you can see number is out of range. So let's see an example. Let's combine this idea with some user input. We're going to do some input validation. So let's say that we want to ask the user for their age, and we want to make sure that it's between, say, 18 and 120. So I'll create a variable named age, and I'll assign to it the value that's been given to me by the user. So I'll use the input statement to prompt them, enter your age. And then I have to convert that into a number, so we can do numeric comparison. So we'll convert that into an integer. And then I will use my range checking to make sure that they give me a number that is acceptable. So if the age is greater than or equal to 18, and it is less than or equal to 120, then they've given me a valid age. So I'll just simply print out valid age entered. Else, I'll print, please enter a valid age between 18 and 120. So something like that. So again, we're taking what the user gives us by using this input statement here. And remember that input returns a string. So we have to convert that string into an integer. So that way we can do comparisons between integers here. And that's going to support our chained comparison here. So let's test it out. So enter my age. So 17. Please enter a valid age between 18 and 120. Why did we see that? Because 17 is not greater than or equal to 18, right? Now, if I do 122, not valid. Again, why? Because 122 is not less than or equal to 120. And then if I try, say, 21, then that's a valid age that was entered because 21 is both greater than or equal to 18 and less than or equal to 120. So let's see how we can check to see if a value is not within our range. Sometimes we want to check that. And so our syntax is going to change just a little bit here. And what we're going to do to make this work or to do this checking is we're going to use OR. So let's say that I create a variable score and I assign to it 105. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, if the score is less than 0 or the score is greater than 100. So if either of those are true, then it's outside of the range. So range of valid scores is 0 through 100. So if the score is less than 0, it's invalid. Or if the score is greater than 100, it's invalid. Either of those cases is true, then it's not part of our valid range. So we will print invalid score, and then we'll throw a little else down here, and then we'll print score accepted. Okay, so if, say, they enter 40, well, then the score is not less than 40, and the score is not greater than 100, so this entire thing here will evaluate to false, and so we'll kick down here, and then we will have a valid score, so we'll accept their score. So it's a little, we're kind of backing into it a little bit there. So let's try it. So invalid score, why? Because 105 is greater than 100, so it's outside the range. But if we did 40, then that's going to be valid because the 40 is within the range. It's neither less than 0 nor greater than 100, so this evaluates for false for a score that is 40. And so we skip this and we kick down to the print here where we tell the user that the score is accepted. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of potential mistakes you can make, very common mistakes. So using and when you mean or. So use and when you want to check to see if a value is within a range. Use or if you want to see if a value is outside of a range. So just to compare, this was one way to do it. We're checking if value is outside the range 1 through 100. And then here's an example to check if the value is within the range 1 through 100. So for the first example, we use or. For the second, we use and. So if score greater than or equal to 0 and score less than or equal to 100, then we might print, score accepted and invalid score. But it's going to be different, right? Because we're checking to see if it's within the range. Whereas with the or, we were checking to see if it's outside the range, right? So and for within, or without. And of course, we can also use that other approach. So 0 less than or equal to score less than or equal to 100. Either of those will work. Another potential problem is forgetting to cast the user input using int. So remember when I asked the user for their input and I said something like, I could have said something like this. I could have said, oh, well, input, enter the score. Remember that input returns a string, and if we're going to do numeric comparisons, then we have to cast that string as either an int or a float. So I did int in our earlier example. And the last thing to think about, another common mistake, is not considering inclusive versus exclusive range checking. So if you look at our first example here, this is exclusive, right? So we're saying less than 0. This is exclusive. We're saying greater than 100. We're not including the 0 or the 100 in the checking. Okay, so this is an example of inclusive. If the score is greater than or equal to 0 and the score is less than or equal to 100, we're including the 0 and the 100. We're including the endpoints. Now, if I forget this, and it's really easy to do, I'm no longer, say, if I do something like this, I'm no longer checking to see if it's from 0 through 100, right? Instead, 0 through 100, I put 1 here, I should have put 0. Instead, what I'm checking for is between 0 and 100. Between 0 and 100. Big difference. Okay, so now I've got a challenge for you. So I will give you the challenge, and then you can pause the video and try it yourself, and then when you're done, you can unpause the video and check to see if you got it right. So here's the challenge. So what you're going to want to do is ask the user for a test score. If the score is between 60 and 100 inclusive, then go ahead and print pass on the screen. Otherwise, print fail. So nothing too crazy, nothing too difficult, but go ahead and pause the video and try it for yourself. Come back when you're ready, and then we'll go through the solution together. Okay, did you get it? Well, let's see how we could do this. So we need to ask the user for a test score. So we're going to do what we've already seen. So we're going to prompt the user for some input. We'll say, enter your test score. And then remember that that is going to return a string, so we have to convert that into a numeric value, then an integer float, and I'll just choose integer for this. And then we're going to test the range. So it's between 60 and 100 inclusive. So inclusive means less than or equal to. Don't forget the equals here, because we want to include the 60. We're checking for the range from 60 through 100. That's what inclusive means. So score less than or equal to 100. And then we have to print pass if that is the case, or if it's not the case that their score is from 60 through 100, we have to print out fail. So let's give that a test. So we're going to want to test for a value less than 60. We're going to want to test for a value greater than 100. We're going to want to test for 60. We're going to want to test for 100, and we're going to want to test in between. We want to get all of those points, all of those possibilities to make sure that our code is working. So 40, that should be fail, right? Because that's less than 60. Okay, and then we will test to make sure that 60 is counted as passing. It should be. That is our endpoint. Remember, we're doing from 60 through 100, so that passes. Excellent. Now we'll do between 60 and 100, so let's say 75 passes. That's exactly what we expect. Now let's check this endpoint 100. So I'll type that in. Pass, that's correct because we are inclusive. And then let's check a number outside that range, so 102. And you can see that it is fail. Now again, just to ram this home, if I didn't include the equals, then I would be looking for values between 60 and 100. So just to show you what that looks like, it changes, right? Because now 60 is considered a fail. 100 is considered a fail just by making that one change. So it's important that you understand what you're trying to do and what the requirements actually are. And that's it. Now you know how to do range checking in Python using both and using chained comparisons. As usual, if you're a student of mine, you have questions about the content in this video or any of the other videos in our courses, feel free to send me an email via Canvas or stop by our online Zoom office hours. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.